Howdy do, howdy hey y'all, Crimson3019 here, and I'm going to do a demonstration on how to properly draw hands. Now, first, you will want the base of the hand. You want something about this length, not too thin, not too thick. Now, it all depends on the direction of where you want the hand to be facing. Let's say this is a left hand facing up in a sort of this pattern. So, the perspective of the viewer is always different from the perspective of the owner. So, since it's facing left, we're going to be assuming that it's facing the viewer. The palm is facing the viewer. That will be our thumb. The thumb is on the other direction, on the other side. Silence. This is our thumb. Next, we want to draw the fingers. Now, I normally draw hands with 3 fingers, but it really depends on your preferences. That's on how you want to draw your hands. Next, we need the shading. Normally, to make it give a sort of circular feel, I'd take one side, shade that in quite a bit, and the other shade it in slightly less. And for the palm, if it's showing, I shade in sort of like that. Focus. I sort of shade in like that. Next, we want a hand pointing. Again, this will be a left hand. So we want the arm. This is our thumb. On this side, we want a slight outward curve. And then sort of this shape, semicircle. We'll then want to draw a sort of triangle shape. Then a small line separating the thumb from the rest of the hand, like so. That looks like a middle finger. For this one, if you don't want it to look like someone flipping off, then if you're using 3 fingers like I am, just add an extra finger here. Now back to the shading. You will also want to add a bit of shading to actually make it on the fingers as well. I'm gonna do this on the other hand drawing. Okay. Next, we will do a sort of claw motion from the back. Again, start with the arms. That's too thick. That's fine. That's better. Next, take the thumb out. For this one, we want the thumb to be slightly shaded, since that is one of the further fingers from the camera. Shade the tip dark, and then lightly shade the rest of the thumb. Next, make the fingers like so. You want a sharper curve, since the fingers are pointing away from the camera. That way it actually looks more accurate. And for this backhand, you want light shading for the back finger. And then shade the rest. Again, this is just a simple hand design that I use for some of my art. And say you want a fist next. Actually, hold on. Actually, that looks like it's on the inside. Yeah, whatever, we'll worry about that later. Say you want a fist next. You'll want to do something similar to what you did with the point, where take this out, curve, curve, thumb. Shade that a little bit. Add the rest of the shading. Some shading here. There we go. Some basic hand drawings. And if any of y'all want more tutorials on how to draw or do other arts, feel free to comment on this video and recommend what you want me to do a demo on next. Have a good day. Now, good evening, good morning, and good night.